So,
Hello, folks. This is Sert, and for the first time, we're gonna do a dual commentary. Me and CTG, Constantine the Great, your favorite nigga. What's up, man?
what's up? This is my first time doing this, so pretty excited.
Yeah, let's see how you're gonna do it.
I hope I do it. I don't really give presentations or commentaries.
Yeah, let's do it right. Some previous week was a bit rough, and there was the Cup of Nations tournament, and we had a lot of good games, team games too.
Yeah. We had a good run before. Well, like in the week before. I don't know. I guess like the middle of April, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
already a month, I think. It was a good run.
yeah. It was like we were. I don't know, like 30-5, 30 wins to 5 losses.
Yeah, perhaps even more wins and few more losses, but yeah, the most important is that these were GGs. This will be just the continuing of the series that I started, and that's why I waited. I was a bit busy and some events happened, and I wanted to do this dual commentary with you, so that's why, guys, you had to wait a bit more, like 1 week or more for a new video, but here we returned.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would be nice if we could do it with each player that we had, like Massey, Hart, Stefan.
Yeah, I'm gonna try even with some guys that we beat in games. Cause really
Yeah,
wanted that just do some good commentaries, not like flaming and insulting and doing some
yeah,
trolling series. I really wanted this series be really good because we'll be showing you good games.
yeah, these were pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially, well, we mostly played against GoTW, but they were giving us good games.
Yeah, they also beat us a lot games. To be fair, I mean,
Yeah,
and we won Bragada but score, but yeah, there were good games with them.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
sure it was uh, try to break the our record, our streak.
Yeah, okay. I guess we can start with introducing armies and teams. Okay, we have this 4 vs 4 battle where we played 3 RVs and 1 non-RV against 3 GTW guys and 1 non-GTW guy. So okay, let's start first with Pontus, RV Spitfire. He's having here pretty much standard army with 5 GG bronze shields, 6 GG archers. Um, it's 5 chariots.
Cherry archers.
Yeah, 2 chariot archers, G attack, and 1 Jevkev GG. Pretty much similar army that I use. It's just that I have one more peasant there. Okay, here we have RV Artist. He's playing as Cynthia. And he have here pretty much interesting army. Not quite usual, but not really army that doesn't fit to standard. He have 6 GG archers, 2 chosen archers, no upgrades, 1 peasant. He have 2 horse archers, G attack, and he have 6 maidens. I'm not sure whether all of them are GG 1 experience, but it seems so. What do you think about this army?
I mean that's the army that I always take. And no,
Really?
I don't. No, no. Actually, I take. Yeah, I take the 8 archers, of course, the maidens, the horse archers. But I take 4 dogs,
I saw
and
you take sometimes X-Men too.
some like if there's Macedon, because dogs aren't because Macedon can use their pikes against the dogs.
Yeah.
But or even just like if there's infantry and mostly pikes, I want to have those axes so I can break the box at the end. for I use the dogs like on, I don't know, I guess maybe Rome. Yeah, because Rome
It's
usually,
good using them on missiles anyway. I think.
yeah, yeah, not really.
Especially when you weaken the opponent's missiles just to clear them completely and to gain
Yeah,
complete skirmish advantage. So.
yeah, I think I'd rather go with dogs personally.
Yeah,
They're
but
just
since we watched this replay both of us, we know what he did. That he swapped immediately with Spitfire, so his army definitely made sense because he wanted to fight Rome. And
yeah, yeah,
CTA is anyway good against Seleucids, so I think this army is actually good. For
yeah,
at least for this battle, it's very good.
yeah,
Because one stripe of experience on maidens, in my opinion, can be really good against Rome here. Maybe even
yeah,
better than axemen and dogs. So
yeah, and yeah. I mean, they'll just have more because I noticed that maidens they kind of do worse against Praetorians
yeah,
than they do against cataphracts. So that one XP is
yeah,
definitely
that's mostly because of shields.
I
Because they
see.
have armor piercing ability, but then Romans can use shields as a defense. So,
I see.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot
Uh,
of tricks about shields and stuff, but no need to say about it. Let's move on my army now. Oh,
my
or yes, that's your army. Okay. Yeah, yeah, you're
that's
definitely using it more, but I think the temporality for us doesn't matter. So.
yeah,
Okay, we can say that it is your army because you are using it more, but okay,
CTGs.
it's 6 GG Praetorians, 2 GG Legion cavalry. It's 4 peasants, 2 archer auxilia no upgrades, and 6. It's like I think 4 GG and 2 are like GAS or something like that. Uh,
Yeah.
why do you think this army is better actually than the to say standard Rome with just 1 peasant?
Well, I like the four peasants because you can kind of, I mean, you can just harass the enemy's archers and stuff. I don't think that I don't think that taking off the attack of the auxilia is too detrimental.
Yeah,
Uh,
because they're more strategical unit. It's just about range regarding them, not
yeah,
that much about the damage they can inflict.
yeah, just as long as you keep them from getting damaged and you can still shoot the enemy, it's fine
Yeah,
because they're not really, yeah, like you said, they're more there for strategical purposes.
yeah, case. And what's most interesting, our ally Tolga, have Germans, Germania, and his army is very interesting. He have, I think it's not all GG, perhaps not. It's GS gods, I think. I can't see well,
Yes,
but it is GS, yeah.
yeah,
And
and
GS two. It's 6 GS gods and 2 GS barbarian noble cavalry, and it's 6 mostly S attack, and 1 is only G attack archers, chosen archers.
it's,
In my opinion, I really thought about we really saw Germans as bad in CWB team games, but I think they're still bad for 2 versus 2 and 3 versus 3. But in 4 versus 4, okay, they're definitely not tier 1 faction, but they can be acceptable, I guess. As seeing this army, it's not bad army at all. I mean, with this
no,
army, Germania can do really well, I think.
I mean, he really can't take anything else besides this.
Yeah,
Uh,
perhaps different variety of this army, but this is definitely it. I guess you can take 2 light cavalry and don't not take 1 or 2 infantry, more peasants, dogs, and no upgrades on chosen archers. But that's it. That's the main. That's the same skeleton more or less of the army. So
yeah,
you
I
you
think
won't be rushing for sure.
no, I mean, yeah, he just, I guess they'll just be there like a supporting faction because they really can't do anything on their own. like any operations by themselves. They're
Yeah,
kind of
they cannot really fight one versus one, really.
yeah. They need to play a supporting role, just like a filler.
Yeah, but definitely a good filler. Then
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we even played with some also weaker factions, like Trace can be decent there, and don't know. I mean, I did few games with Spain getting near
Oh,
1k kills, but yeah, that was just, don't know how to say, glitch in play. I don't think the Spain is at all, Spain or Numidia, they're not the level for team games as Trace and Germans. I think the Trace and Germans are much better tired than Spain and Numidia in team games. Even one versus one, Numidia and Spain fight very well against Trace and Germans, but in team games in CWB, I think the Germans and Trace are better than Spain and Numidia.
they can skirmish. Their units are just
Yeah, they're very different, but on their own way are kind of good. Okay, let's see the
yeah.
opponent's armies.
Go ahead.
Take a bit. Okay, we have Armenia leading by GoTW Romex 2. And as I can see, he have similar as my army again.
Yeah. The
It's
6 archers.
yeah, 6 archers GG. He have also 2 GG heavy spearman units. Usually I have 2 GS and 1 peasant instead of there. And I have usually 6 GG cataphracts. He have some GS upgrades there. Actually on 5 for GS, only general is GG. And he have, for my taste, a bit too much upgrades on horse archers. It's GS, it's him.
GS. Yeah, I really wouldn't put. Yeah, I don't think it's not too good to put armor on horse archers because you really shouldn't expect to take damage on them in the first place.
Yeah.
Because you can contraband circle. So.
I mean, for chariot archers, it makes sense putting an armor because you may expect to play with them on the 8th game and to use them in melee if it's close game. So there actually makes sense. Rather than putting experience if you have free money, or even taking a peasant or something.
Yeah.
But regarding horse archers, they are actually very expendable unit. They are more for skirmish than chariot archers, and yeah, I think it's better putting. If you want to put some money, it's perhaps better putting experience than defense there, or not putting anything.
I mean, it makes them slower too. Yeah, when they have just a bit slower, when they have that extra defense on.
That's interesting. I haven't noticed that, but could be.
I think because I've done it a few times. I don't know. I have to test it.
It makes sense that it can influence stamina. Actually, not sure about speed, but it makes sense that armor can influence stamina. It can be.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. What you said was more correct. I think they still move quick, but they'll use up more stamina.
Yeah.
Quicker than.
And could be more that they are more glitchy. Not sure. I guess makes sense, but that yet have to be checked.
Yeah, I just use gold time, but
yeah. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next player. It's now Brotherhood member Luke Invictus. A Cup of Nations winner, definitely deservedly. I think we can agree on that.
Good job.
Yeah, definitely. Congrats, and I hope that Dante will gonna do signatures very quickly or any soon, because he promised them, and I cannot reach him. So yeah, look, also I updated that Cup of Nations bracket, so we're just waiting signatures. And if Dante don't do it like in 1 month or something, I'll just do them myself, I guess. Manto is messaging me asking me you're coming. He keep appearing in my videos.
Mantu, I think he has some telekinesis. He knows when you're streaming.
Yeah, but he's definitely one of the coolest guys around. He all the time manages to cheer me up. Definitely interesting character. Yeah.
Yeah. All
A
right,
funny curd. Okay, let's see. Luke have interesting army to say. He have 6 GG Sacred Band Cavalry and have 2 GG Round Shield Cavalry. Have 3 Sacred Band Snow upgrades. And have very strong skirmish with 6 GG Slingers and 2 GG Balearic Slingers. I mean, I'm not sure how to judge his army really, especially for this battle.
I think that honestly, I think that I don't know why he faced Rome. I think him and Armenia should have switched.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, either one of them is going to beat Germania, but Armenia is simply better against Rome, and Carthage is fine against Germania, so I think that made
I
sense.
think that actually he just wanted to shadow me as the strongest player against strongest player. I guess that he probably felt it's the best way, and that swapping could take too much time, and I don't know, especially me can do something meanwhile, like to shoot them too much or something like that. So
Yeah,
that
I mean,
I'm not sure that I don't know. He's really one of the best, if not the best player ever. But what was in his mind? But that's my opinion. I guess that's why he never swapped.
yeah, I mean, he still shouldn't be underestimated with Carthage, or Drace, because sometimes he takes Drace in team games. So
I mean, since you watched the replay, you saw that he was shadowing me all the time. I guess he was ready, like to, even to die against me, but to damage me completely. That they cannot do a shit for the end game, hoping that his allies may do something.
yeah,
I guess that was his desire, especially having these 2 GG Balearic Slingers. He definitely wanted to fight me, so.
Yeah, I mean, he either likes to really damage the enemy, or he likes his allies to take a lot of damage, so he can be like the last man standing. And I like Luke's play.
Yeah, he's having really unique style regarding that. Like, for instance, compared to GoTW guys that are playing very defensive, hoping for a very massive melee for the end game to win. Where, for instance, RV is playing like very aggressive skirmish and going very aggressive to annihilate one of the opponents very quickly, gaining some huge advantage from the start. So yeah, there's a lot of different styles how the clans or teams playing. So yeah, look having unique style compared to ours or GTW or other guys.
Yeah,
It's just different. I wouldn't say it's better or worse.
yeah.
I still think that our kind of play is the most decisive and the best. But
yeah. I mean, it produces the most decisive results.
yeah, definitely. Okay, let's move on BH. He have Seleucids here, and he have. Okay, we're gonna let me say first his army. He has 6 GG cataphracts and have only 2 chariots. And have 6 GG archers and even have some upgrades on peltas. Yeah. No, okay. From the start, okay. Let's ignore everything else, but I really don't see the reason why I put the upgrades on peltas. Really, no.
Yeah, I mean, they're an expendable unit, so you don't really want to. Maybe he just had extra money. I would have to make this army to see, but I think he could have. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, could be he was just experimenting or something. That's fine. Everyone doing that many times, but I really don't see any reason putting any money on these pelters. Really, no. Even if you're experimenting, the, this with pelters wasn't good experiment. I can understand everything else, but yeah, this I think that we can agree, and he will probably agree that this was bad putting
Yeah,
upgrades and pelters.
I
The
mean,
rest can be good, especially seeing that Romania have cataphracts, that Carthage is heavy on cavalry, that we have Germania, and that Rome have decent cavalry, and that he have decent cavalry. It makes sense to say for our kind of play, army kind of play, where they will try to overwhelm quickly one point with massive cavalry or something like that. So
right.
I won't say that his army is bad. It makes sense
Yeah,
for a specific kind of play. But
I
yeah,
liked.
this on Peltas is definitely a minus.
Yeah, it's. I think they could have gone to. I don't know. Uh, maybe they could have gone elsewhere besides the Peltas, but I think this is. Does he use this other army in other team games? Yeah, I think he
While he's
does.
mixing, he sometimes takes some weak infantry, sometimes only 4 cataphracts, more chariots, don't know. I guess he could have put experience actually on his archers. In
Yeah,
this
yeah,
army, that would make sense. No.
instead of just
Yeah.
random
No.
ups on Peltas.
Okay, let's move on the fourth opponent,
Biggest.
Vegas
Big.
Diggers. Big, yeah. He's only Vegas, and his rank says no, but actually he is a fine new player
Yeah,
and a very
he's.
good fella.
Yeah, biggest
Biggest
is
Dickus. Okay.
just biggest, man.
Yeah. Okay.
No
Yeah.
dickers.
Okay. But that
um,
was his first name. Okay. He have here pretty much his standard army. He have 6 GG Praetorians as cavalry. He have 5. Uh, it, it's only as it seems or no. Some have only 3 upgrades. Some 4 archers and 3 archers auxilia. Okay, I already see a mistake there. I mean, it's better taking only 2 archer auxilia and more upgrades on common archers. Just a friendly advice, biggest. But if you're gonna use this army, that is better to do, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that you can take an army similar to this and take like he only has 6 Praetorians. I guess he wants like a combined force melee.
Yeah, I would definitely combine some Romans there to have 7 or 8
Yeah,
cavalry. You know.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not a bad army, but it can be better, definitely. Okay,
yeah.
as for the end, he have 4 urban cohorts, no upgrades.
Ah,
It's not a bad army; it's solid army. I guess it can be, it is acceptable, but he definitely need 1 long range archer less and more upgrades on common archers, because skirmish force, missile force here is really weak, because he have no upgrades on archer auxilia and he have weak upgrades on common archers. It just loses against any combo of 8 archers that is like GG on the common archers and no upgrades on archer auxilia. You can test that once biggest, but yeah, you should definitely change that. Friendly
yeah.
advice.
I think yeah. I I mean, unless he was planning to rush or something, but
Yeah,
even
yeah, but
but
even their army can be different, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. I guess you just always want to have like GG archers in team battles because the missiles are probably even more important here than they are in like 1 versus 1s.
Definitely, I would agree with that. 'Cause, I mean, especially
I
against RV or when you play with RV, you definitely need to have uh, uh, the best possible skirmish roster. No.
Yeah.
Even if we are half playing half skirmish, half rushing, skirmish should be definitely the strongest possible, whether for the defense or for the aggressive play. So.
Uh, yeah. I mean,
Okay, shall we discuss a bit formations? As you can see, artist and Spitfire is. Yeah, I keep making a mistakes there. They're swapping, and as you can see, yeah, we can call these teams RV team and GTW team.
yeah.
And RV team here, we already have a wide formation, and artist and Spitfire are swapping. While we have on the GTW team Vegas and Romex on practically okay, Romex not that much, but Vegas on a defensive formation. I mean, he's Rom. I don't think that he should give up the flank easily. He can fight equally well both against Skitia and Pontus, so he should have stand his ground, in my opinion. But no, he immediately took a defensive formation. That's not good, in my opinion.
I think. Is Romex doing this? No.
No. He have
No. No. He's
he
just.
keeps his ground for now.
But biggest. Yeah, he's kind of already giving up the flank. I
Yeah.
don't like to. Yeah. I don't. I don't think that's too good. Not versus. Yeah, he'll be against artists.
Yeah,
Skid, yeah, but he doesn't need to be that afraid because he has urbans, he has 6 Praetorians.
yeah,
I mean,
by
his
all means.
skirmishes, and his
He is gonna
skirmish,
lose Arch of War, but he have definitely stronger melee, so no need to
yeah,
be afraid that much.
yeah. Um, I think that either Artist or Spitfire would have been good on the flank. So
Yeah,
it was pretty good that they decided to switch, but I think even if Spitfire stayed there, it would have been fine.
yeah, cause then Artist could simply really do well against Pontus. So I mean Seleucid. So it's good
Yeah,
either way. So
yeah, and
okay, okay, I guess we can start.
yeah, I think
Okay. Well, nothing much will be happening now. Only that Artists and Spitfire are swapping. Yeah, happened on the start that actually Tolga had to go away from keyboard for a few minutes, and he asked for pause, but pause never happened. And that's why these horse arches by Romix did inflicted some damage on me. I was a bit slow on reaction, but
yeah,
then I sent these peasants to block a bit shooting on my archers and move my legion cavalry in front of my peasants to just to make some range there.
that's why. Yeah, I mean that's why these 4 peasants are good because
Yeah,
they can just soak up missiles. And they're honestly, I mean, peasants might be an underestimated unit.
yeah, they're really good unit actually. Peasant spam is a good shit because
Yeah,
that's what you said about defensive kind of play, but they're good also for the aggressive kind of play, aggressive skirmish,
yeah,
not just
because
for the defensive kind of play.
and I'm
Because
pretty.
you make the distance between you, they can be there to glitch the enemy rush, so
Uh,
they, they will buy you time to preserve your missiles if you're being rushed in cavalry. Just
yeah,
let them kill peasants, or even you can counter rush if they stuck on your peasants or something like that. So they are
yeah,
very good. They are very good.
yeah. I noticed that a lot of cav units they'll tend to get stuck on peasants because they have such a wide formation.
Yeah.
It's like a yeah, it's like a circle, and yeah, because I've lost a lot of cav when I've attacked peasants or because they just get stuck there. The same thing is for I think maidens have a good formation too. It's like loose. Well, I don't know if it's good, but they can
Um,
catch units easier.
Yeah, well, it's interesting what you mentioned, but I started using a lot of loose formation, especially with that kind of units like Jevkevs, maidens, and don't know, light cavalry. Because my formation then is usually, I won't say better, but more intimidating, especially before I start using that cavalry. I'm gonna enter in a tight formation when I start using my cavalry, but before I
Uh,
do, when they are on the wide formation, they take more of the field, and then you look more intimidating. And
yeah,
since you cover more of the field, uh, you're closer to every possible action there that is going on, at least with one or two units. So it
yeah,
makes sense keeping these at least light cavalry on lows before you start using them.
yeah. I started to do that to like I started having less compact formations and more widths, you know.
Yeah, it's
So
good that you mentioned now. Okay, I'm gonna pause it a bit to analyze current
yeah,
formation. Uh, okay, we are already surrounding them. Okay, even Romix is shooting with horse archers Tolga. I mean, because of range, his chosen archers can shoot few volleys to chase them away, and with cavalry and everything. So we are already surrounding them. Okay, so someone would say, especially those who like more conservative play, that it is a bit risky, that we are far away from each other. But actually, as you can see, we are actually connected. Okay, we are a bit far away from each other, but still we are connected. Um, it's just important that you keep the safe distance and that surrounding to be very synchronized. Because no matter how wide line that is, and how it may appear that the team that is surrounding may be disconnected, that actually it should be connected. Now you can see that Spitfire actually have a very good positioning with his chariots. He covered all
oh,
the field, so if even if he cannot see, his allies can warn him either to move chariots away if they are in the range of the archers, or ask his support. So his positioning with chariots is very important for this kind of play. I
I
mean,
think
he can support any possible rush if some of us get isolated or anything.
I mean I think at this point like they can't rush. You guys have kind of taken away
Yeah,
that option for now. They can only remain defensive for now because they also have uh, well they have slow units such as cataphracts.
yeah.
Then they have the chariots, and then biggest has like 6 praetorians. So it's better for you guys right now.
Yeah, and what it's also very important that we are in line by all means.
Yeah,
So we already started surrounding them, and we are in line. So they really cannot counter well our surrounding. I mean, regarding positioning, because if they try to counter our surrounding, they will be shot by all means because our archers are in good positioning and aligned. So they can. There is no more options to counter this surrounding. They simply accepted it and they have to play defensive now.
yeah, they, yeah. I mean, do you think that? Yeah, I mean, yeah, they couldn't surround you guys like you guys are doing right now.
No,
They
not just
didn't.
that. They cannot really counter that by all means. They cannot now make the straight line from the red line to another red line because they will be shot. They will simply be shot while taking that line.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
lot of time, and they don't have that luxury. I mean, that's why it's the beginning of the battle. But I really wanted to analyze this. That's why good surrounding to be in line and on just an appearance not connected, but actually really on the safe distance, well connected. So I think that it is already to say in this opening, even though there were only few casualties on both sides, we won regarding better positioning.
oh yeah, and um, and I can already see that artists and Spitfire are sending horse archers and
Yeah,
chariot.
four to say horse
Yeah,
to say how to say this. mounted
Oh,
skirmish units are on the one flank against Rome that have really weak missiles. So yeah, Rome is already in a big jeopardy. So
yeah. They're pretty much like the weak link in the formation at this moment,
yeah.
just because of position mostly.
In my opinion, from the start, Romex and Luke should have got a bit more aggressive on our flank because we have Germania there. It is
Yeah,
really weaker, so they should have go there aggressive more.
the left side of your flank is very strong, but
Yeah,
the right side can be beaten.
yeah. Okay, let's continue.
Right.
Okay, so surrounding keep happening with these horse archers and chariot archers, and they're already shooting biggest.
Uh, yeah, biggest is taking the brunt of the left side for biggest. But
Yeah, at this
he's a
point, okay, say.
oh no, I was just saying that he's a fine player.
Yeah, I mean, regarding the time when he appeared, it's like 3 or 4 months ago, maximum half year. He's just doing well. Okay, and now on the left side, actually their left side, our right side. I asked of Tolga to go to AW, and and he asked me what's that. No. Okay,
Oh man,
and then I had to explain him that's the Archer War. Cause okay, he is Germania and the Romix is Armenia. Okay, Armenia is better than Germania, but the thing we were speaking before, we have good line, so I can really support him well if Armenia wants to go aggressive on him. So no need to keep Germania behind anymore because we have good line, so he
yeah,
can move
yeah.
there.
Now Romex is kind of curving the line, but
Yeah, yeah,
which I
he's giving away the flank as Armenia, which is bad. I mean, against
I don't.
Germans, you just need to keep the red line. At least if you want to play defensive, you shouldn't allow. You should be to the red line by all means.
Yeah, they're starting to, and I noticed that this happens a lot in the team games, like the ones we were playing over that week,
Yeah,
just in general.
I mean, I can understand that they're gonna rely for the end game, good end game with a stronger melee. But if you
Mm.
decide to lose Archer War, it's not good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now I started shooting with my long rangers, long slingers. I know that they won't be a threat there. They just need to pass a long range so that they can shoot me. And BH have their only peltas near, so I can freely shoot them.
Mm.
Just inflict some damage.
Uh, Vegas is a
Yeah,
bit more.
Vegas is losing a lot of units there. And now
I guess.
Artist moved his archers just to remove him quickly. Yeah, that's something I want to say. I think it is good to go with all archers there. In many players, if you remember the way that Hamilcar play against you, Egypt against Germans. Okay, that's methodical kind of play. I guess that Artist Spitfire could have just shot him with mounted archers. That
I,
makes sense also, but in my opinion, it's better to send all in at this point because there may be some wasting of ammunition, but then you can make your opponent to be a bit more shaky and to start skirmishing with your cavalry. Because if you shoot only with mounted archers, you don't have much space to use other units.
yeah, I
And
think at this point they're just prolonging the inevitable. Like he's going to lose Archer, so I don't see why they should just finish him off, and that might make him give up the flank because then they can start shooting his Praetorians or something.
yeah,
So
yeah, when they if they win quickly and decide, oh okay, I wasn't paying attention on the right flank. I was pissed when I lost this Legion cavalry. Okay, I managed to rout one horse archer, and then I lost this legionary cavalry on because they stuck on archers. I
Yeah,
kept ordering them to move away and to attack another archer unit, but they simply started glitching, and Romix
yeah.
caught them. And I remember I was chatting meanwhile while we were playing with Luke about Remastered, and I remember that I told him I hope that this won't be happening on Remastered. So
Has it happened? Because I haven't played remastered.
it's more responsive. The units are still glitching, but it's more responsive. The game simply runs more smoother. So okay, this will happen, but you will see better reaction because there is no lag at all. So you will see that unit is glitching and it is stuck, but with more clicks, because there is no lag, you'll manage probably to pull it away on time. You know, because here sometimes it appears that you're gonna pull it out, and then you stop clicking, and actually due to lag, unit still keep glitching and won't pull out. You just needed like few more clicks to do, and you know you cannot just make a good calculation how many clicks you need to do on old ROMs sometimes on
Yeah.
original. So,
And spending so much time on clicking
yeah, yeah,
unit, it's time consuming. This wasteful. You could be doing like 3 other actions.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
in the
good
meantime.
noticing. Yeah. Okay, let's speed up this process. As you can see, that our Armenia skirmish force is pretty much diminished with his Tolga's long range archers. He isn't even shooting long. Yeah, he started now shooting them, and lost
Uh,
like more than half of his missiles with his charge of my cavalry and by shooting of Germania. So
yeah,
not just on the left that we are decisively winning in Archer War, it's on the right too, where
yeah.
Germania decisively winning against Armenia.
That's not good because I think your side was like their way of winning, was their path to victory if they could like beat you guys, or because they're not gonna win on their right.
Yeah, definitely. And our centers, okay, Spitfire engaged in Archer War. Actually, BH pressed for that. Okay, I guess that was reasonable by him, seeing that the flanks are losing. So it makes sense going in Archer War.
Yeah,
Me and Luke are still very conservative regarding Archer War. I mean,
yeah,
I it makes sense for me. Not sure about Luke, especially me being Rome and he being Carthage. I mean, it makes sense because my allies are simply doing well, so really no need for me to waste on any sort any of my troops. Okay, this was Legionary Cavalry simply happened, but and yeah, I'm just using strategically, as we mentioned, my long range archers helping to my allies now shooting BH archers
uh,
to even more decisively win Archer War on the left. So I think it's just more than fine for us at this point.
yeah. I mean, you can whatever you do at this point is fine because your
Yeah,
allies are winning.
yeah.
So, but
So
it's
by all
just
means, I think it was the best to remain conservative, because yeah, no matter how much good player I am, and I'm not being cocky, but I think that everyone can agree on that. I can make some mistake, so I thought like, yeah, I won't be the one to screw something. I'm just keep behind and help to someone if we need, because they're just doing well. No need just to do anything special.
yeah. I mean, before we move on, like that's a that's a big problem in team games. It's like I noticed that even I do it myself, but my allies will do something like a mistake when I have already won on my flank, or I won
Yeah,
some battle,
yeah.
and then
The best thing they can
they
do is just to sit there, don't do anything, just to, or,
uh,
or to move on your side, something like that. Like just don't attack, don't do anything.
just play conservative,
Yeah.
nothing special.
Okay, let's move on.
Alright.
We try to find the best angle for this, because it's hard when they're surrounded to see what's going on. Yeah, I think that actually Artis and Spitfire could be shooting even better Rome. They were focused too much on these small units. and I can see that some of the biggest units aren't damaged at all, or having very few casualties. This could have been even more decisive, because we are doing a very detailed commentary now. We can say even that.
Mm.
But yeah, they're definitely winning decisively, but could have been even more decisive.
Yeah, they just started a bit late with the. They could have used all their archers earlier, but either way, they were.
I mean,
gonna
they
win.
could have just shoot these bigger units more, rather than just removing these small.
Yeah.
Okay, Tolga here, as we can see, practically completely annihilated Armenia in Archer War, and Luke is sending a bit too late these Balearic Slingers. It made perfect sense to send them earlier to help Armenia. So yeah, we can criticize a bit Luke too.
That was not good. But,
Yeah, okay,
I mean,
I think that. Okay, say.
oh no, I mean now Tolga can just shoot Armenian right sword. He can even shoot Carthaginian slingers.
Yeah, I mean, just can shoot Armenian infantry, so that's why now Romex is completely giving up this flank.
Yeah, but
I mean, let's be honest. There is also a big problem for them for having only 2 chariots compared to 5 hours.
uh,
So, I mean,
it's
especially blobbing this way. I mean, it may be paradoxal. It may, on first appearance, look better to blob if you have less chariots than your opponents. Like, it on the first appearance, it makes sense. But then, if you completely give up all the flanks, you'll be surrounded with chariots, cavalry, infantry, everything, missiles, and then these 2 chariots have even less significance, and all that cavalry, because it will be blobbed. It won't have space to do anything.
yeah.
I mean, it was just better to try somehow to counter these chariots with a straight line and stern play from one red line to another red line, in my opinion. But okay, let's move on. What I
Then,
wanted to. Okay.
I, sorry, I just want to add that when you're so spread out, it makes it harder for these chariots to. You have more chances of blaming them compared to when you're blocked.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not good that they have this. It's not really compact. They're still spread out, but still, it's not good.
Okay, now on our right, their left won't be much action except shooting. So we can focus more on the right. Okay, Begus is offering his urbans, but it's kind of impossible rush there because we have chariots and I'm moving my cavalry to support. I saw potentially a weak spot there, but even if I don't send cavalry, I mean, it can hold on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that actually I played really good here. Okay, you can see that I sent my peasants to keep distance between horse archers and Tolga's archers. I have peasants to keep distance between my archers as possible. Look, slingers that have anyway bad range, so still keeping my archers as conservative and using strategically well my archer auxilia that isn't damaged at all. So I can freely, I guess, move my cavalry just for very good positioning because I'm still not using it. So here I want to support this only potentially weak spot, but it isn't really a weak spot at all.
Yeah. It's threatened, but it's not a weak spot.
Yeah, especially seeing that Armenia is giving up the flank and then Germania won this flank. Yeah, at this point, Germania isn't much weaker than Armenia. So even if Armenia tries something, Germania have 8 heavy cavalry compared to 6 cataphracts, and infantry can be behind, and there's a lot of archers that can shoot and to support with morale that melee, and there are chariots, and I have 2 legionary cavalry. So yeah, this flank is completely won, even more decisive than our left flank, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
probably.
Germania won this flank very decisively.
I mean, Tolga finished his Archer War before anyone else did,
Yeah.
which is surprising.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I guess they really, it's only on Luke now. Only he has terrible missiles.
Yeah. And
So it's,
I mean, and by all means, it is too late to use them because they decisively lost Archer War.
yeah. And you haven't screwed up with your archers, so
Yeah,
you
I
can
haven't
just kill
screwed out with anything. No, not even with legions. They are pretty much okay. They are damaged, but they are still pretty much useful. Like 19 and 17, it's still good units.
yeah. All right.
Okay, let's move
Let's.
on. I really like how Spitfire kept positioning of his chariots. He really played
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I mean, you did that immediately, so it can pretty much support any rush
Yeah,
that
but he
comes.
kept moving them a bit left or right, walking, and
Uh,
it can be pretty much intimidating and frustrating for the opponent's team. So he
yeah,
just want to have non-stop, well, the best possible positioning with them. So this is really good. Okay, now I'm
yeah.
sending my Legion cavalry to harass Armenia while it's retreating. And now it's gonna happen some very good thing, because Armenia is sending his cataphracts to defend his remaining units. So they're gonna, yeah, they're already warmed up.
Yeah.
They're wasting stamina, and he's wasting possible momentum to help to his
Dude,
allies or something.
I
So
don't.
it was really good to do, I think.
I mean, that's only damage.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think that was a good play there.
At this point, I wanted actually to shout the rush on our left, because they have,
Uh,
okay, they have two chariots there. We have only one chariot, but through the middle we have two. Okay, look, Shadow did well, these two chariots with his sacred bands. But to me, this their right flank seem as very potentially weak, especially because these archers are very wounded that they would flee, and if three units flee, then morale drops to zero to the opponent's troops. So it will be just enough to catch some of these cavalry, and there will be a potential mass rout. But yeah, for some reason, I just decided not to do that.
I mean, well, I mean,
It would be a
that's
bit
like.
risky, but I think it would work.
I mean, you
There was no
guys.
space to screw if it would be done everything well. This rush would definitely work.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing about your position currently is that you can dictate
Yeah.
what you want to do. The
Yeah,
enemy
yeah.
can't really dictate anymore.
Yeah,
The
by all
course
means.
is just they have to play by your tune, dance to your tune. So, but I guess that rush would work because yeah, they have a lot of damaged units there. They have like I guess 8 or 10.
Yeah, there's a few tricks that some people still don't
Yeah,
know. Even that are very good players, how that works.
because
And we definitely mastered it in past few months. These
yeah,
mass
that's
routes, like I think that out of these 35 wins or something, like 20 or something ended with mass routes to on the opponents.
I already see. Yeah, I mean, I've already seen some units routing. You know.
Yeah, okay, now is the interesting moment. Action will start soon, and Spitfire really played well by all means. He's now sending his archers close to the urbans, hoping
Yeah.
hoping that actually Bigus will throw some pillar. Let's see,
Uh,
will that happen?
let's see. I hope not.
No, it's not
It's,
happening. Yeah, Bigus, it's good by Bigus.
yeah.
Beach is doing well. He's trying to chase away these archers with cataphracts. And yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, now you see that this strategy would definitely work well because Loki sending cavalry there. He's noticed potentially weak spot,
Yeah.
so he's sending his cavalry there before I send. But there's a little bit space for me to move my Praetorians forward a bit, to chase away these peltas and to threaten a bit through this empty center. And it's good that Germany is tied on Germans. I just like to see
Yeah.
these cataphracts away, and Germania isn't even needed if we do all well, so it's good.
He's just preventing reinforcements from coming to the right.
Yeah.
That was-
Okay, now I think that Luke actually don't know what to do. He's moving now away his cavalry.
I don't think Luke was too comfortable in this position.
Definitely, he definitely don't have any idea at this point. No.
Yeah. I mean, he likes to be
Okay.
in a position. You guys are.
Okay, action starting. That's the another moment when I said anything in game. I wasn't saying anything because it's pretty much known fact that I'm usually shouting orders, but in this game I wasn't too much. Where our Begus have completely exposed his urbans. Okay,
Not good.
not good at all, and we have, you see how it's good that he moved my Praetorians there, and now Spitfire reacted on my command when I showed red arrow like immediately. He didn't waste it even a second, and that's the only thing that I require my team gains when I ask something that someone just do it, and it's good that he did it because as you can see, there's nothing that can save these urbans. Okay, the best he could try is to offer like one and to try to flee with three, where all these three cavalries, so Seleucids, Rome, and Carthage would come toward them to try to support them if we continue going on them, to try to trick us and lure us there. So it wasn't that, a lose formation for them. I mean, lose situation for them because they could do that trick that could potentially work. But if Urban stay there and don't move, it's pretty much bad for them. Okay, let's see what happens.
I mean, that was a big loss.
Yes, Vegas isn't moving his urbans, and yeah. I was a bit sloppy with my cavalry. I went for a bit too big ham, and my cavalry started walking when I ordered retreat. But luckily I managed to pull out something with some losses, and yeah, eventually to destroy this urban. And yeah, okay, let's move a bit camera. Let's examine this situation. Bitch is sending his chariots, and so does Spitfire. Two of his chariots. Bitch have one. Someone is flaming this bitch chariot. It seems that it's Tolga. Or perhaps it's me with these long ranges. No, it's Tolga. Okay, what's good is that there is like two units that are routing by the opponents, and more will route too. So sending these chariots to my cavalry won't help much, especially it's one and we have two chariots, and it's entering in our ground, so it won't do any shit. It will have low morale. And the way they are moving their cavalry, I don't know. The best they could do is just to try to send all in at once.
Their chariots are kind of messing up their formation.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Which it's not good because they won't get like a good charge. And
Yeah.
Luke is just behind.
Yep, I definitely think that Luke don't know what to do at this point.
Yeah.
I think that he potentially wanted to go on our left to remove Scythian archers, but hoping that his allies won't engage. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, another thing that is good is that I'm moving away my cavalry, and I'm just gonna sit there supporting Spitfire's chariots with morale. So the opponent chariots won't touch my cavalry, while Spitfire chariots will go immediately on these cataphracts. So, but these are these small details that, I mean, I spoke to you last time when we were analyzing some games. giving you some advices. It's these small details that even half of the second decide some things, and this is one of these situations where, as we analyzed, there's this glitching formation catch fucks. There is that one cherry is compared to two. There is these routing units of the opponents. There will be my cavalry that will just support with morale, standing there that fight, not engaging at all. While our cherries will go and they catch fucks. It's just a matter of seconds, like even milliseconds. But if you can calculate well all this, you will know that you have winning situation, and
Yeah.
you will be very stable regarding your play. You won't do anything excessive or bad, because you will be sure that you are winning. I know that it is the trait of the best players, the elite players, to see these things, but as you advance, you can see more and more. This is very complicated situation, as we explained, really. But I really saw all this, and I was very confident. So
And
yeah, regarding this fight, we can ignore all the previous things that we were analyzing in this game, because that we won Archer War won't matter at this point in this melee. Really won't matter much.
yeah, if they have better charges or they have better, it won't. Yeah, that because now it's just an all-out melee.
Yeah. Yeah, and we
But
have definitely these small details that we explain now that are definitely on our side. And that then goes like a chain effect completely. It won't be at all close melee, you will see. It will be very decisive for us. Because even if it seemed, they look at them, that they have like, look, have 8 cavalry, biggest have 6, BH have 6 cavalry, he have 2 chariots, and Armenia have all its cavalry. Practically they have stronger melee here. Still they have stronger melee, but seeing these small details, there is no way for us to lose. And you will see what happens. Okay, look at this here. Yeah, Chariot goes in. This chariot is gonna just touch my cavalry and route, because it's all alone. It don't have any morale support.
yeah, yeah.
And I just keep moving my cavalry as a morale support for our troops. I won't engage much.
And it looks like they were trying to. Yeah, they were trying. They didn't get that. Like any kind of.
It seems that you moved away from the microphone. I hear you bad.
Do you?
Okay, now it's better. It's still bad.
Is it? They try to do like.
Hit it. No. Okay. Yeah, it's good now. Yeah, definitely
It's
needed
good?
some. Yeah, hitting always helps. Restart or hitting.
And Tolga did good too.
Yeah, he's doing practically the same thing as I do. He's just supporting with morale there, that melee. No need like to send all in.
The only thing I noticed was that his cav was tired. I don't know how does.
Yeah, that's pretty much interesting. No, I don't know too.
That's fine. He must.
Yeah,
have been
we
running.
weren't paying much attention there because it wasn't happening anything much. Okay, I removed these Armenian remnants of the missiles, but nothing much happened there. So yeah.
That's a mystery.
Okay.
But yeah, he's doing well versus Romex. Romex, I guess he was pulling out.
Yeah, it's
going-
good that he tied him there. And now you see why there is coming chain effect. Because
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
said about mass routes, that there is like several opponent units, like 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6.
No, it's not 5. This is our 5, 6 is ours. It's Tolga's unit.
Oh,
So 5 of their units, and there is action by Spitfire on the left also. So Artists and Spitfire are actually squeezing this left side. So they're not satisfying with this mass route there, but they keep pressing even there. So you can see how these small details are very important with good positioning and good shit when you do there. There is simply no way that they can win now. So we're just watching. So we're just watching the finishing of the opponents.
Yeah. I mean, this is.
You see, I'm pulling out. No, because I want to help
Yeah,
to Tolga if need, or to the level. I just want to see what's going on because I see that it's well for us.
yeah, because he is trained.
Yeah. Oh, okay, look what Spitfire is doing. He's sending on the right now units, and I caused even more route with my legions there. And these sighted chariots that are running amok are causing even bigger problem to them. Spitfire and Artis keep pressing toward Luke, and now Spitfire is coming with these two chariots more. So Luke is now isolated. He wanted to run away, but there is no space to run away. There's just too much maidens, chariots, and him. While the rest of our opponents are still, they're completely blobbed there with these cataphracts. And yeah, I'm trying
Oh,
to run away from that chariot. I just want to present. Look at me and Tolga. We have all our missiles there. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's practically over now. And
yeah. I
even they
mean
have all
now,
cataphracts. It's
and they're surrounded, and
yeah,
it.
it's
I mean, you guys can just finish them at any time,
yeah.
and it's
Our
gonna fuck.
artists and Spitfire definitely doing so that they just want to finish
Yeah,
them off. While me and Tolga are
yeah,
conservative.
yeah. So I mean, even even if they even if they lose these units, you and Toga still have
Yeah,
units,
yeah,
and
and bunch of missiles.
yeah,
Yeah,
these
but
cataphracts.
Spitfire and Artis is just berserking
Yeah,
attacks. Okay, now here a bit of action by me, because I think there was much action by me, but actually I think they played well as a supportive role there. So here's a bit example. I was here this game third player. Okay, obviously that Artist and Spitfire played the best this game to say regarding damaging the opponents. But
yeah,
I don't think that I was lagging behind. This is the kind of play that the team should play actually, where to say two players doing the main action, while
and
one will do very good supportive role like I was doing to try to keep everything in control, to fill all the holes and to patch everything if they screw, anything if they screw. While there is that fourth player that should be either sacrificed or to preserve for the end game like Tolga. So by all means, I think this is the example of how games should be played.
yeah,
Okay, now I'm gonna. You will see. Even if it seems that there is more of the opponent's melee force, I'm just gonna go there because I have charge bonus and just
yeah,
no need to stop. I'm just going through. I'm just going in, and I know that I'm gonna win here. Doesn't matter what I have. And it's good
you,
that Tolga is actually charging on these sacred bands because he have better melee, and even if they stop him a bit, he'll just go charge through and go on cataphract. So by all means, yeah, now artist is coming with maidens, one more mass route, and yeah, this is a GG.
you can just use stomp.
Yeah, stomping ability. That's what Tolga actually doing. Not sure does he know that, but he definitely
From
went for it. So probably instinctively, but it's good that he did it. No, so the screen says heroic victory, and I think that this was really flawless play. Okay, the opponents, I won't be bitching to say anything bad about them or anything, but
yeah,
they definitely
there
they had the
was
best armies. They started too defensive and didn't play the best. But regardless, I think that we played flawless.
yeah,
So I
there
guess that
was
if the opponents gave a bit better fight, we wouldn't be that flawless. But they haven't played it bad. But the way that they played it, the way we played, I think that there literally were zero mistakes by us. This was by all means flawless. Not just because it
yeah,
says heroic and because it was, but I not know. I really haven't noticed any significant mistake. Perhaps minor errors. Like don't I noticed that artist lost horse archer at one point needlessly, or me that legion cavalry, but that's nothing. That's nothing in this entire play, really.
nothing decisive to the outcome of the game. I mean,
Yeah.
when Biggest lost his urbans, like that was pretty decisive because they could have.
Yeah, they
I
lost
guess,
their major asset for the end game.
yeah,
This is
and
too many invested in these urbans, like 3K. So
Yeah, and it kind of triggered them to go into
Yeah, yeah.
unintentional melee, like when they should have just remained calm and you know. And then Luke, it looks like he didn't know what to do because I
Yeah.
don't think he's in that position too much.
Well, he even couldn't do much at that point.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, it's
So yeah, but I wouldn't that blame much GTW guys. I would put a bit also blame on Luke, because
yeah,
I mean you cannot just if your allies won't listen to you and they are not noobs. I mean these
mm,
players, GTW guys, all three of them are good players. You need to
mhm,
fit a bit in their play. I mean, by all means, and I'm quite sure that Luke could have done that, but I guess he
yeah,
was a bit too stubborn to fit in their kind of play. I guess if he a bit only tried a bit to fit in their play, they would have a chance.
yeah,
So don't know. I guess if we were to put some blame, Luke have equal blame. I would say.
yeah, yeah, and I guess, like I said at the start, he could have fought versus Germania because Romex didn't do too well
Yeah.
against Tolga,
Well,
which
it
was,
made perfect sense for them to swap. So
yeah, I mean, I think Luke would have had more success against Tolga. And plus, he had units of, like, even if he lost the Archer War, he had more chances of capturing Tolga's
yeah, yeah.
archers.
I,
But,
I don't think that he would lose Archer War because he have eight
no,
missiles and he have two
yeah,
green GG slingers, and because Tolga have only six, and I guess that Romex could spare horse archers to help him. It is very crucial to win on the flanks. I mean, not just because you gain advantage there, quantity or quality advantage winning Archer War, because as you can see in this final melee, that we won Archer War wouldn't help us much if they engage better, but it have a lot of effect on the morale of the players, so not just units but players, because they don't have then much space to have like more different scenarios what to do, like only one, either to rush or to blob and wait for something to happen to them. So
mm,
that's why it's important to win, especially on the flying archer war, because that leaves you a lot of space to think what to do and a lot of scenarios how to end game.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, I mean, this was a good game overall. The enemy just mostly they messed up at the start
yeah, but I can agree on that completely.
with the formations and the armies were they were
Ac-
so-so, but
Acceptable.
yeah, but it didn't. I mean, if they had a better formation, they'd have more chances of they'd equalize the situation. But it was kind of you guys had a winning strategy and formation since
And
this.
faction disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, so I guess
Plus
yeah,
Tolga,
Germany.
who have like 15 CWB games per overall. I mean,
Yeah.
but he
What
played
is
well. He
Archer?
played well. Yeah, remains a mystery how his cavalry got tired. So Tolga, the only criticizing we can send for the RV team, we can say that we can ask Tolga how the fuck he got his cavalry tired. So that's the only minus in our play, I would say. But no, Tolga played good, but that remains mystery. I guess he always an answer for that.
Yeah, he needs to. And what is Archer War?
Yeah, okay, that's not that much important, but yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Now,
but yeah, this was a good play by you guys. Very good, and good play by GLTW and Luke. You know,
yeah.
just a couple of
It was a
mistakes.
good game.
Most,
It was a good game.
yeah, mostly with the formations, and, and some of the how do I say? Yeah, I guess you guys just uh,
We
I
had
guess
better
when
chemistry. That's pretty much
yeah,
obvious.
yeah, more synchronization.
Yeah.
Um,
Even we
it,
weren't talking much at all. Like I think that only I said these two things, like go to Archibald to Tolga and attack Urbans, and that was it, no, nothing more.
Yeah,
Because it's
you,
pretty much people thinking that we are skyping all the time and shouting orders all the time. So it's not always like that. Especially, okay, I'm not afraid to say that publicly. I mean, especially because that when we were winning, I was usually high. So you can witness it. I wasn't shouting too many orders. We just had naturally good chemistry, so it was working.
yeah, we just understand each other, you know.
Yeah.
Most of RV knows what the other wants or what to do, you know.
Yeah, we definitely mastered some styles of play.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I guess that we can call an end here and say to people that we hope that they will enjoy it in this first little commentary. And forgive us if it's a bit too long, but I think that we gave a good commentaries. They were very concise and thorough,
I,
and I'm quite sure that some people will have a better insights now how team games should be played. So it wasn't just analysis, but giving some tips and you know even giving away some strategies to the other people is to have better understanding about some particular situations and
mm,
stuff like that.
yeah.
Okay, you want to say the final word?
I mean, yeah, I mean, this is my first commentary. It's pretty enjoyable, pretty fun to analyze, you know, all the players, the game, you know, the armies, you know. Pretty good, pretty fun.
Yeah.
We'll have to do it with one of the battles from our streak, you know,
Yeah,
with
yeah, we're gonna come very soon with another dull commentary. So yeah,
yeah.
okay, okay. Bye bye, guys, and
All
see
right,
you
see
soon.
you guys. All right, peace out.